George Sr. was very good at this. He was very much a clubman, as you might imagine, and even after he was very proud of the fact, I believe, that he was elected to the U.S. House, really entirely on his own, not as vice president. And he was very proud of the fact he had served on the Ways and Means Committee back in the 60s from Houston. And he lost a couple Senate races, which he felt they took very hard. But as a member of the House, even afterwards as vice president, he'd go over there and play in the gym, and do the workout. I think he played squash or racquetball, they call it. And he, so every year, the guys who do the rub downs, who run the gym, over in the Rayburn building, it's one of the House office buildings, have a dinner. And nobody knows about it in the media. The media said they don't attend, they don't even know it exists. And it's done by these guys who run the gym. Now, the gym is a place where most of the guys in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, basically, actually younger than that, start at about 4:30 in the afternoon every day the Congress is in session. A lot of guys, men, go over there and play a pickup basketball game, which goes on for about a half hour, 45 minutes. It's like 3-on-3, and they play like mad. They call it heart attack prevention. It's crazy basketball. They're pretty good players over there. And a friend of mine, Eddie Markey, goes there all the time. He's a hell of a shot. And they've grown up kids. But the guys who run the gym every year have a dinner in the Longworth cafeteria, which is kind of a dumpy place. We call it the Plastic Palace. It's nothing special. It's where employees eat. And it's really great to watch because I only went to one. I was tip's top guy, so I was allowed to go. I'm always afraid to go to the gym, even though I was invited, because if you're not a member of Congress and you go to the gym, you're just crazy. It's just for members or former members. So you go in there, and there's all these long tables, and the guys, all they did was go over and got their New York steaks and their baked potatoes with, and a bottle of beer in the bottle. Probably cheap beer. It was probably Budweiser. And then they would get an apple pie a la mode. It's guys' food, And they went back, they sat, and they go grab the next seat that's open. And a lot of the older guys like Jack Javits, the former senator, and Mike Mathias, the old guys, and John Lindsay came back. I saw they all came back because it's a way to reestablish their membership in this great club. And all they do, women wouldn't understand this at all because the food's wrong probably, but also there's no program. There's no toast, there's no thank you for coming, and there's no extension of goodwill to all the people like women do at their parties. There's none of that. There's no formality, whatever to it, and you have dinner, and you get up and leave. That is the entire deal. Well, I went to this dinner, and there was a guy in a Glenn Plaid suit. I know what happened. Bush said, you got to come to this club event. Reagan said, oh, a club event. And he had to go get his Glenn Plaid suit. I knew it was a clubby kind of thing to wear. And he showed up in that suit, which just said, after dinner, it said, not work. That was a suit you do not wear to work. And he was there, and all you saw were lines of Democratic members waiting to get a picture taken with, just so they would get the picture they could use in their newsletter. And I said, this guy has figured this place out. Yeah. It's about the newsletter, it's about personal contact. And he went back to the White House, and I used his diary a lot in the book. His diary was fabulous. And he goes, his diary, you should read the diary, thanks to Douglas Brinkley and Mrs. Reagan. And it wrote it, stopped by 6:30 at gym dinner, Carter never went. He was so proud of the fact, and he wrote in the diary, I'm doing what Carter never did. I'm doing this job right. That's what I tried to catch in this book, the sense of professionalism and pride in professionalism that these guys, especially people like Jim Baker, who was